Welcome to the GMBN Tech Show. Coming up this week, we have got updates to boost your training,
a tremendous bike,
gripping new tyres,
and a competition that will get you pumped up.
Let's go. Right, winter is now well and truly upon us here in the upper hemisphere, more specifically in the southwest of the UK. It has been proper wet this last couple of weeks.
It has. I mean, technically we're not in winter yet. It's still autumn, meteorologically speaking. If you're going to be a pedant, we haven't started winter. It's only going to get worse. Exactly, yeah. I know.
And I know a few weeks ago, Rich and I chatted about how to look after your bike sort of around this time of year, the sort of pre, during and after. Yep. So the sort of protect your bike before.
Cling wrap all over it.
Yep, there you go.
Bubble wrap.
Mud guards. And then...
Oh, much better idea. Yep.
Sort of the during part of it was sort of hose it down or give it a wash as soon as you can after you've ridden. And then the after, maybe sort of just decrease your service interval a little bit and just maybe stay on top of re-greasing things a little bit more.
Yeah.
But can we take this a little bit further?
I think I can help here.
Go on.
Well, I was going to say something potentially controversial, that hardtails are really good.
Funnily enough, that's what I was about to get onto.
There we go, brilliant. Perfect. This is good.
So, I think we'll get to the tech element in a moment, but technique-wise, I think full susses can hide a lot of bad technique very easily. So I know I'm definitely guilty of it. So a full sus can just sort of rather neglectfully plough through a lot of things. Mask, poor technique. And then when you do get to that bigger feature that does require a bit more thinking, it can get you in a spot of bother. Cue the video I did with Ferg. I think going back, it wasn't until I got onto a short travel XE hardtail, I learned properly about riding for mechanical sympathy and technique. So like unweighting, pumping, and then the sort of tech element of it, no pivot bearings, no pivot hardware. I know some do have decouplers in places for, I guess, different ride qualities. But you don't get moisture and dirt, grit ingressing to them, wearing them out. So you're saving cost and time there. It's just less faff and a sort of more time riding. So I know as I'm riding this time of year, I'm thinking about how my bike's wearing out.
Yeah.
As much as I want to be like focused on the trail, just reducing, I guess, the number of moving parts.
Yeah.
Is reducing the number of things that are going to cost you money when they wear out.
They could do, yeah. I think bearings have come a long, long way, so that helps. I think being sort of like kinder when you're washing, in terms of using maybe kind of like more of the gentle sprays, like PT's is really good because it is slightly milder than others. Maybe just backing away with the jet wash can help as well. So we're not suggesting you have to rush out and buy a hardtail, but there is just simply less moving parts. So there is less maintenance. I'm going to elevate it one more.
Oh, go on.
And go single speed. So then you've got even less moving parts.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
there's limits, are there? There's limits to the limitless.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I see.
You are going to encounter a hill. It's not exactly flat where we are around here.
No, but you just gear for that, don't you? Then you just don't have to pedal on the downhill. You're not?
I quite like pedalling everywhere.
Okay, I don't. I need a break at some places. So spin up and then not pedal down. Where do you sit on the clips versus flats during winter?
I will be clips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, especially on a hardtail. If you're getting, I will admit, you are probably going to get a little bit more pinged about on a hardtail than you would say on a full sus. Just the way the back end's going to track over things if you are riding exactly the same trails you do in the summer.
Yeah.
Just having that like foot retention I've found really handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like flat pedals, so yeah. But let's see how I get on in the winter with them, shall we?
There we go.
Interesting.
So on that note, and for transparency, there are maybe sometimes a hardtail may not be the appropriate choice. So say you are someone that needs a full sus because a ride on a hardtail is maybe just a little bit too involved.
I mean, yeah, potentially, but then I think that's what's fun about mountain biking, and I guess you can often touch about topics where we talk about being overbiked, and obviously that's a choice for someone to ride like a big, burly, long travel bike, and much like there's a choice of riding a hardtail, and there may be solutions that are faster on paper, but it's all about fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think if you're game to try something that needs a little bit less maintenance, hardtail is a winner.
Yeah, 100%. I am with you on that. So I know we've been guilty of chasing cutting edge tech and just wanting to go fast, but let us know, are you pro hardtail or are those merits of the full stuff just worth the work during the winter?
Good question. And I'll raise the little flag. There we go, little flag of single speed. Single speed fans out there? Let me know. Let us know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And we're on to the news. So we're going to start with the competition.
We're going to start with the competition.
Start with the competition.
Now, I should say this is the competition, not a quiz. Quiz coming up later.
Yes.
With apologies. Competition.
So competition to get pumped up for.
Oh.
Yeah. So running between the 25th of November and the 5th of December, head to the link below for the chance to win one of 2 bundles from Topeak, which include a Topeak e-booster digital electric pump.
Ooh.
And a set of the turbo flow valves.
I could get inflated about that.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's quite cool. And if you are looking at refreshing your wheel setup, why not pair them with the new Vittoria trail tyres?
Are they new Vittoria?
They're a new Vittoria trail
right.
tyres.
Okay, great.
And they come with brown sidewalls now. All of them.
Well, okay. Yeah. I would like, so tan or gum in between?
I would go in between.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just think tan and brown, and like tan wool, gum wool, for me, it's the same.
So I always thought tan was lighter.
There you go. I've had many a discussion about this in bike shops. I just call it light tan wool.
But
Same.
We'll get to that.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
So,
what's the other stuff?
These new trail tyres, so they're aimed at giving you essentially a tyre that accelerates and rolls like as efficiently as the XC tyres do, but again gives you the total confidence and predictability when descending that you get from tyres you generally find on bigger bikes.
Okay, nice. That sounds like a good combo for trail.
So Vittoria are calling it the love child of fun and control.
Fun and control. I mean, that sounds perfect. We like that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So all the tyres are now sort of e-bike ready.
Okay, cool.
Well.
That's good.
Yeah. We all want peace of mind against punctures and abrasions, but it's just been done with a way that doesn't sacrifice rolling efficiency.
Oh, clever. Some wizardry there in the sidewalls.
Yes, so that wizardry, they've updated the 4-seat, so the 4 compound tread.
Okay, yeah.
Which is really cool. So you've got 4 graphene-infused compounds that reduce rolling resistance, maximise grip, and enhance durability.
And this is the way that they're layered up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite clever the way that they've got like a stiffer base layer on the bottom and then it's softer towards the outside, something along those lines.
Yeah, so the further you lean over, the
grippier it is.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly
okay.
that. And then they've got a supple 60 TPI trail casing.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, lightweight and abrasion resistant.
Very good.
So the system, essentially, they're saying it's going to work from XC through to the rigours of Enduro.
Nice.
And we're going to go back to those brown sidewalls.
Or tan, depending on what you want to call them.
Yeah, there we go. So all the tyres in size 29 by 2.4 inches will be available black or tan.
Okay.
So yes, for people wanting a more stealthy, sort of regular look, you can still get black sidewall tyres.
Right.
Do not fear. The burlier treaded tyres.
The more treaded.
Yep. They will be available in sizes 2.6, whereas the XC treaded tyres will be available in 2.25.
Okay, so we've got a kind of size run from 2.25, we've got lots of 2.4s and then up to 2.6s. Okay, nice spread. So we've got kind of like sort of almost trad XC size, new XC size to a proper full-size tyre. Okay,
exactly.
Great.
So it's a really vast range. So we've got the Terreno, Peyote, Mezcal, Barzo, Tarente being offered in XC Trail. And then
nice.
Sierra, Agaro, Martello, Mazda and Mostro in Trail. And as I was saying, all e-bike ready.
Okay, nice. So we're going from kind of... Terreno is almost like a slick tyre, isn't it? Then we're going through that wonderful journey, Mezcal, one of my favourites still, all the way up to, well, Mazdas and Mostro. Mostro was released, a year ago as the Enduro sort of soft condition tyre? Yeah. It's really big and beastie. That'll be fun
really good
trail.
this time of year.
Could well be, yeah. Get out on the trails and see.
So more details, head over to Vittoria's website. Because, have a look around, see what tyres you would like to fit to your bike.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to hand this one to you because I'm quite bamboozled, I've got to say, by a lot of this tech.
Yep.
So Garmin have got updates.
Yes, they have. So they've launched software updates to the Edge 540, 840, 1050 and MTB head units, as well as some of the watches, including these lovely Fenix 8s that we are wearing right now.
Okay.
So the update is free, by the way, and it essentially updates features that help monitor sort of overall well-being to help take your training to the next level. So more than just on the bike metrics. So with these smartwatches, it tracks metrics like heart rate variability, respiration, skin temperature, and pulse ox while sleeping. So if there's a variation outside your sort of normal levels, it just helps indicate if you are maybe becoming ill or overtraining and overstressing your body there, because it is quite easy to overtrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
And then with the head units as well.
Maybe that's what I've done. Maybe I've just been overtrained this whole time.
There we go.
Could be, couldn't it?
In the overtrainer.
Yeah, that's what could have happened all this time and I didn't realise, but now I'll know.
So, moving to the head units swiftly. We've got smart fueling alerts. So, again, prompts sort of on fluid and nutrition, but further tailored by, health metrics.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's clever.
Atmospherics as well. So, if it's humid or really hot, obviously it will tell you to drink more.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it had like some kind of special array that caused atmospherics, but it's doing stuff with that data.
The data and telling you to be better as an athlete.
Yeah.
On that note, so you get power guide updates. So if you're riding with a power meter, you can manage your efforts based on real-time inputs, again, based off stamina and then external factors like the wind. And if you're racing or riding at an increased altitude, power guide will now consider your, how did I word it? The acclimation to said altitude and adjust your power targets accordingly. I
mean, that's kind of useful if you're into your racing and into your training at altitude. I mean, I think the altitude bands here in the UK, you'll struggle to get into those altitude bands. We don't have anything really at altitude.
No, we don't. So say we do this and then go over and do Leadville where you start at a ridiculous altitude.
Mile high.
Then you're going to be putting out lower power numbers anyway, so it just adapts to that.
Clever.
Real-time weather overlays. So it monitors the weather, makes more informed in-ride decisions with wind direction overlays as well.
Okay, nice.
So I just got back from Lanzarote and I'd love to see what it makes of the omnipresent headwind there.
But that's because the island's moving around, isn't it? You don't actually stay still. No. Yeah.
Gear ratio analysis. So when paired when paired with electronic shifting, it will show you how much time you spent in each gear.
Goodness.
So I think that's quite useful if you are considering changing gear ratios and sort of chainring size for that, dependent on a course, which is cool. So the way I'm looking at it, don't just think of it as an update to the devices, but more of like a complete update to your training ecosystem.
Well, I think it's more, I would say, because I think my watch tells me I'm undertrained or not in training. But even then, it's actually a useful thing to use as just a tool for reference. I don't think you have to be training per se or focusing on a race to get lots of these benefits, because these are just useful if you're doing lots of big trail rides. So yeah, that's really good.
And I mean, there's one, like if you're riding in a group, so you've got group ride data comparisons now as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not that useful for me because it's the lowest number.
No, but what that means, if you are on a group ride, your ride leader can be monitoring these and just making sure everyone's like completely revving out or about to have a heart attack or anything like that. So
that's quite practical.
I think all this data is really useful just to like improve the overall ride.
There you go. So. Yeah, no, that's, if you like data, it feels like there's lots more opportunity. Yeah. Right, okay, very good.
Shall we talk about some bikes?
We can. I mean, those are all bike related, but yeah, we've got some proper bikes.
And I mean, I'm back this week, so we're going to talk about a gravel bike. But this
Get onto the comments ASAP if you've got stuff to talk about.
But this one is a little bit different.
Okay.
It's wooden.
It's wood. Is this the build up to like it had a wooden wheel and it had wooden spokes, but it wouldn't go? No?
That's very good. No, this one, it's got carbon fulcrum wheels in it.
Oh, right.
The mainframe's made of wood.
Wouldn't you know?
Yeah, there we go.
Right, okay.
So, brand called Ornus. They are a Tuscan-based startup. Essentially, they've come up with a system they've patented called TimberTech technology.
TimberTech.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. You can't leaf out any of these sort of like opportunities to get a joke in. Great work.
So it's a system that produces guaranteed for life FSC certified wooden frames that they're branding as stable, safe and consistent for industrial production.
All right,
well, so sort of beyond the sort of artisan sort of chisel and...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a well-worded press release, and this one, they say, with the grain, we complete our vision to prove nature and innovation can travel at the same speed. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Benefits of wood, strong light, and then when engineered correctly can be really good for absorbing sort of high frequency vibrations. In these frames, there is a little bit of multi-axis CNCing going on with aeronautical grade alloy joints as well. So there's a little bit sort of
so there is alloy in it?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've seen wooden bikes at, artisanal handmade shows. And there's a couple, I feel like there's a couple in Japan that are making them. Like the guy's other job is either kind of like temple sculpture construction and or boats. So it is like a high performance material. But yeah, I didn't realise. That's interesting. Yeah. Using bits of aluminium in there.
So this bike's available in 5 sizes, from extra small for riders under 166 centimetres up to extra large for those over 185. Frame with a 3T fork for €5,490, with the weight of that frame set being 2 kilos.
It's not bad.
And then you can get it as a full race-ready build with SRAM force, XPLR, Fulcrum wheels and 3T finishing kit for €8,990. Which,
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Wooden bikes. Cool. Yeah, who would have thought?
Hey. Right, I'll let you take this one because I have been talking a lot.
No, it's very good. Right. Wheels Manufacturing, who make lots of stuff. I think for me, they were really good at making rear mech hangers. But thankfully, they've done lots of other stuff due to the fact that, UDH has taken over. So they've got chain rings, currently only in this SRAM 3-bolt fitment. So it feels like that's a slightly older one, but they've got 2 tooth profiles, one to fit SRAM chains and the other to fit Shimano. And there is differences, I know, because I might have fitted the wrong chain at one point on one of these chain rings and it doesn't really fit. But either way, because you've got the matching, it means they've got great retention. And starting a much larger expansion, the addition of mounting stands and tooth counts will roll out soon. So effectively they've got one at the moment, or a couple.
But there are more to come.
So 3mm offsets, 52mm chain line, which is, I think, the older sizing. I feel like 55 is more current. 7 colours though. Look out.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Purple, which I think you'll like.
But purple's all right, 30, 32 and 34 at the moment. But again, lots more to come. That's interesting. Yeah, Yoshimura. So it's a Californian-based company that has, Japanese links to moto exhausts for motocross, I should say. Yep. And street moto. They make lots of fancy titanium ones. They do those titanium cranks, or an edition of the titanium cranks from Cane Creek, which are jazzy. Well, they've got a new version of their Chihalo SS pedal. Ooh. It's orange.
It's quite a nice orange, though.
It is. It's very tangy. Yeah. It's a good orange. Yeah. Only available in the large format, but it's still got that clever sort of spring-loaded sort of triple bearing setup. Yep. We saw it at, Sea Otter. It looked interesting. So the orange one, if you like orange, clearly these must be an option. Yours from $239. They are made in the US too, so it's quite impressive.
Nice. More sort of cool. They're not bespoke by any means, but a very cool part from Ratio.
Oh, very cool.
It's a mech called the Mech.
I like what they've done there. Yeah, clever. So is this like a warrior space sort of mecha suit? Oh, mech. Sorry, not mecha. Right, yep.
So, hailing from the lakes here in the UK, it's essentially one modular solution to loads of pre-existing drivetrain options.
So that's quite a long-worded way of saying it works with loads of stuff and it's mechanical.
Very good.
There you go.
Exactly that. So if you're one of these people that has an 11-speed SRAM shifter of the drop bar variety.
Yes.
They've got their little widget to turn it to 12 or 13 speed.
Right.
And it'll work with all of that, basically.
Yeah.
And you think with loads of options for like cage length and sort of cable pull, there'd be just like a minefield of things. But literally just go onto their website, plumb in what you intend on running, and it'll give you exactly the options you want for the cable fin and cage length.
Okay, nice. So it sort of tells you which options you need out of the myriad. Interesting.
And then as part of that, it's also available, UDH compatible.
Okay,
or with more traditional, not UDH fitting.
A derailleur hanger fitting.
Derailleur hanger. Yeah. There we go. That's exactly the words I was looking for. So pricing is £345. But given it's got that many options and you could potentially be swapping it from one bike to another, one setup to another, I just think I think it's really cool.
I think it's really cool that it's so use serviceable. I think it's really cool that it's sort of made in the UK. That's very exciting, and it is modular. That's really fun. Pricing is steeper, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if there's a person, wonderful Matthew, who went through 6 rear mechs, I think it was, in half a year. So don't get that if you're that person that
Maybe
destroys
not,
rear mechs.
But it is rebuildable.
Not the way that he bent them.
Maybe not.
They were,
Okay.
they were toast. But again, yeah, on a sort of like, mellower bike. It's good to have options.
Yeah.
It's another option.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
That's cool.
Speaking of options, there's another action camera option.
Ooh.
I gotta say, I kind of saw this in the news and thought we should cover it because I think some people out there like recording their rides.
Yeah.
Not just through the data
Yeah.
and all the numbers through Garmin, but actually
visually.
physical. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is the Osmo Action 6. And as you might guess, I think this is the 6th iteration of it. It's actually the first action camera to incorporate a variable aperture.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's actually quite good. So it works really well in low light. That's the take home.
Yeah.
The other thing that's quite clever is the sensor in it is actually square. And you might think, well, I don't really care about that, Owen. But you do care because it does vertical and like portrait, and it does landscape.
Cool.
So that means it can switch between them because it's square, so it's missing bits out. Records at 4K resolution, 120 frames per second, a 4.3 aspect ratio. Slow motion supports 4K 120 frames per second. It can do 32 times slow motion as well in a 1080. And then there's some frame interpolation technology, and I don't know what any of that means. But if you're into cameras, you probably will. Pricing on that starts, and I say starts because there's loads of options where you get the action camera or you get packs and loads of other stuff. Starts from £329, which is all right, I think.
Cool. You saw this, but Velocity rims, so it's a US-based rim brand, have a 32er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An alloy one.
Yeah. Sign of things to come.
I think it could well be, yeah.
So it's based on a wider trail rim, the Blunt 35. So 35 external with a 30.2, very precise.
Yes.
Inner width. But for 32-inch wheels, it's said to work with tyres that are 2 inches wide up to 2.6.
Yep.
Whilst it is wide, it's not enduro rated, but we haven't seen any enduro rated 32-inch tyres yet.
Not yet.
So, interestingly, available in deep black or polished silver.
Yeah. It's real nice.
Nice.
In a former life, I visited their factory. They used to have a factory, or their overall global factory was actually, even though they're called Velocity USA and have been named that for a long time, at one point in their existence, they moved from being in the USA to being on the east coast of Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was great. I went to visit the factory and it was fantastic. They'd have kind of extrusions which were kind of made locally in Australia, and then they'd be making all sorts of different sizes. I think at the time they could do 20-inch to 29er with loads of different drilling like different drilling formats and eyelets and anodizing and But now they're all back in the USA and they're made in the USA.
That's really cool.
It's quite fun.
Very good.
And on that sort of like fun thing, we've got good news.
Good news.
I know, we had that kind of bad news corner for a little bit. I thought I'd turn it round.
Nice.
We'd do a bit of positivity. So Felt were founded by Jim Felt. Great name if you're going to name your bike after that.
Point.
Founded in the 80s in California. They did some amazing TT bikes. They did amazing tri bikes. Did some interesting mountain bikes. Actually, I think it was Cam Zink was sponsored by them for a little while. The brand was sold to the ski group brand Rossignol in 2007, but then Rossignol sold it to Pierre Mobility in 2021. And you might be like, Pierre Mobility, who are they? Okay, it's an odd name for a really big group. It was an Austrian-based company behind a lot of premium motorbikes and e-bikes, some sports cars. Think of brands like KTM, Husqvarna, Gas. That company went through some changes. It then got sold to Bajaj Mobility Group. And so this is the wild, muddy world of private equity where a brand name, but actually the parent group, 3 companies up, is owned by somebody else. Anyway, the good news bit is that the current management team and some minority shareholders have bought the brand. Nice. And you're like, okay, that's great. The management who own the company, they kind of know what they're doing. That's a good thing. But it gets better.
Go on.
Because we've got Florian Berget. I've got to say, I don't know who Florian is, but the other person, Cesar Rojo, we do know. So Cesar, probably most people know from Uno, but he was famous before then too. He was a podium World Cup DH racer on Global. He really drove the wide bar thing. So yeah, little bars were around for a while, but he started to push them. He then also pushed the lower, longer, slacker geometry thing, really drove that forward. So it would be really exciting to see where this goes.
Exciting times.
Yeah, indeed. Be good.
And talking about exciting stuff, Black Friday is coming up.
Ooh, great.
So if you are in the need of some fresh riding kit, or just really cool casual shirts, head over to shop.gmbn to grab a bargain while you can. Quiz time. And Owen, what happened to the quiz last week?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I wasn't here for a week and it disappeared.
Yeah, it did disappear. And I'm not sure how or where it disappeared, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I think I wrote about the quiz and I wrote answers, and I remember reading some of them, but that time with James, it was just a blur. Yeah. So, yeah. So not last week's, but the week before's quiz question was all about gore.
Yep.
And, yeah, who was it sort of like, how did it get its name, effectively? Yep. And I was hoping that somebody would guess something about, it's designed for gory things and to stop high-pressure blood explosions or something like that. But actually, lots of people got it right. Yeah. So, it was named after the founders, which is Wilbert Bill Gore and his wife Genevieve Gore. So it's just their name. Yeah. And winners, Tim, Obs, well done. JD Jones, well done. Stephen Biking and Sepster as well. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Nice. We've got drum brakes in here as well.
Yeah, drum brakes got a really good answer. So
I think I'll read it out. I've had a good look through all my Rudyard Kipling books, and I can tell you how the camel got its hump, how the leopard got its shorts, and how the elephant got its trunk, but I cannot find the one that tells me how the gore got its name.
That's good though, isn't it? Yeah, I like that.
Very good.
I think it's very fun. Okay, so last week we missed a question, so now we've got another question for that.
Cool.
So last week we talked about a new release from a really big company. We've got a new XC bike, the Anthem.
Yep.
So when was the first giant Anthem released? It's a good one. For some of you, it is quite a while ago. You'd be surprised. For others, actually, it's quite recent because I was, Anyway, so that's last week's question. So now we've got to do this week's question.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We talked about Caesar. So what brand had forward geometry, or maybe even has? Why was it so special? And what year did it first surfaces?
Very good. So,
I know that's like a tripler. Plus we've got last week's forgotten question, so it's like four. Yeah, like a 5-4 question answerer.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Answers down below. Right. And now we're on to cool stuff we have seen. So what cool stuff have we seen this week, Owen?
I don't think it's necessarily cool, but I do agree with what Salsa have said, which is genre bending.
Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't put you mildly on edge or get you really excited, I don't know what will. What is it?
So sit down, brace yourself. Get your comments ready, because I know they're coming, because it's full of buzzwords. Electric.
Okay, that's not bad.
Full sus.
Also not bad.
Gravel bike.
Not bad independently, surely not together.
That's, again.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a RockShox SID fork on it. So you look at sort of 110, 120 mil of travel maybe.
Yeah.
I guess on a bike that size, it's probably going to have something like a TQ motor in it.
Could do.
Something lightweight.
Like a small one, yeah.
But I think, stop putting bikes in categories.
Oh my
I reckon it could be
shivers. What are you saying?
It could be a really fun bike for just getting out, exploring, going further.
It's there. It's out there.
It's there.
Make past comment.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something else that's wild.
Yep.
Effectively, so this is on Black Mountain Cycles gram, and it's something from Suspension Smith. And effectively, you look at them and they're like, oh, cool, that's a set of Fox 40s. But then you start to look at the crown and things get, kind of interesting or very exciting or quite odd. Because essentially what we've got is, opposed to just a normal flat crown that sticks into the steerer, we've actually got a linkage that links onto the lower section, and then we've got an upper link which connects to the stem. So as the fork cycles through its travel, it then also changes the angle. So as he's pushing down, it looks like it gets steeper, but I think it's probably changing the offset as you're moving.
That makes sense.
So then it's probably changing the axle path. So you've got like a 200mm suspension fork, but then it's got a bit more travel because it's actually moving up by 50mm. But actually, it's not the vertical movement, but it's like is it backwards?
Or yeah.
I mean, we've had Gervin back in the day. We had Trust forks more recently. Is this a return of linkages? But dual linkage crowns. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. It's pretty wild.
Right, and we're on to hashtag askgmbntech.
Great.
So this week from @mgpw7jp, that's the password there. I have a carbon XC bike that I want to run mountain bike slick tyres on, or just a really wide road bike tyre. I'm not sure how it would perform on road though, due to its sheer width, which is 2.35 inches. Could you please make a video on how an XC bike might ride with slicks? Well, I reckon it might ride quite nicely.
It does, they do. Yeah, I've ridden a mountain bike with slicks. I mean, back in the day, the logic was that you'd stuck a little 1.5 inch tyre on it, but they're a hoot. It's great. You get all the kind of handling confidence of a proper bike, so it's not all horrible steep angles. You've got a nice upright position so you can see traffic ahead. You're not straining to see over your glasses or over your helmet because you're not really that aero anyway. So yeah, they're great. Yeah. It's a real hoot.
And I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about the tyre width because we've banged on about wider tyres can actually be quicker than
they can.
narrow tyres and I guess just plusher and just give you more cornering grip. And
that was my problem with back in the day. You can only get like slicks in a skinny size, so you can only get a 1.5.
Yeah.
But you then kind of notice that you've got to run it quite firm, which feels fast, but then you hit a curb or you hit anything or you hit gravel and you're like, oh, okay, not engaging. But there's actually, I guess, quite a few options now of slicker, almost semi-slick, but also slick tyres.
I mean, sort of almost completely slick, that Terreno XC race we mentioned, so 2.25 or 2.4.
Oh, that'd be plush and lovely.
And then brown wall, side walls, yes.
Insert tan or gum for your preference. I think it would be great. In terms of pressure, you can go kind of wild.
Crazy low.
But it would be nice. It would be grippy and fun. Let us know how you get on. And if you've got a burning tech question, use the hashtag askgmbntech and we can answer it easily on here. So get those comments in the comments section just down below.
Speaking of comments, it's time for your comments. So last week, you and James chatted about how much of an impact XC has had on our beautiful sport.
I still am in disagreement with him, but it's fine.
So we'll start with Velo Vibe Racing Bike. XC is mountain bike in its purest form. Leave your front door, ride up, ride down, and everything in between. Bike parks, uplifts are just the elements scaled up. I have respect for everyone riding in their specific skill sets. Sure, we have the same smiles and feeling after our rides if it's a day in a bike park or riding an epic XC loop.
I think that is valid. Even though I might disagree with James, I think we could agree on the fact that riding bikes is fun. Who would have thought? Sean Kane, 9462. Modern mountain biking is for people. Is the offspring of both XC and downhill. I tend to cover 15 to 40 miles. I'm too old for kilometres. Pedalling the ups while raging downhill as fast as possible, hitting any obstacle I feel I can clear. Without both sides of the sport, my riding style would be very different. There you go. Yin and yang.
We have Daniel's Zanto 2955. XC would be fun if it didn't include climbing.
It's okay.
You're just riding the wrong climbs.
I might have a tech video in the near future that will help you. Watch this space on that one. Be all right. And then Alco Samwell. I think XC is the easiest and most accessible riding for people that don't live near big mountains or bike parks. Maybe it's the only thing they can do. Well, that chimes with the kind of front door adventure type thing. So I think that's very true. It's easy to start on a simple mountain bike or your local woods, and that's why XC is a core mountain bike discipline. I think there's much validity in that because it is that thing of, what's the easiest entry point? XC is very good. 100%. The bar to enjoy that, not XC race. I think that's where I was disagreeing with James because it should be broader. Anyway, we can roll that on. What we agree on is riding bikes is fun. Right, what are we looking forward to this week?
So you've got some controversial hacks.
This is correct, I do.
Cool. And I'm going to show you why you should be running tyre inserts.
Oh, more inflation stations. Very good.
Very good. So if you liked anything in the show or just want to have a chat, pop it down in the comments below and we will see you soon.